What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be starting a brand new series on this channel, just predicting the offseason of every NFL team, and how all 32 NFL teams can be contenders as soon as next year or the year after. So today, let's start off with the Carolina Panthers, who were the worst team last year in football. They had a 2-15 record, as it states here. And let's just talk about their current draft picks to start off with. They have no first round pick. They traded that pick to the Chicago Bears. Had they had the first round pick, they would be picking number 1. Unfortunately, they're not. It's the Chicago Bears pick. So they have a second round pick, a third round pick, fourth, fifth, 2 fifths, and a sixth. So here it says that they need an edge rusher and a wide receiver, and I completely agree. And today I'm going to be talking about what they should draft and what free agents are available for them and that they can maybe pursue in this offseason. So their cap space they have right now is $30 million. That's not the best, but that's not the worst. There's a lot of teams like the Saints that have negative $83 million in cap space. This team at least has $30 million in cap space, so they have money to work with. They can maybe cut some players to increase the cap space even more, because there's a lot of cuttable candidates on this roster that really need to go. But one person that needs to stay is Brian Burns. I think you bring him back no matter what. Brian Burns is your best player on this team. He's pretty young. He is basically your defense when it comes to your edge rusher. Like, if you lose Brian Burns, you basically have no defensive line. This season, we can look at his stats real quick. He had 8 sacks, 18 assisted tackles, 32 solo tackles. He did have a forced fumble and a fumble recovery, and he had 50 total tackles. Not the best season for him, obviously, but pretty good season overall, right? For what he has to work with, like in that D-line, he was basically the only player on the D-line that's actually pretty good. He played pretty good. And if you add someone in the defensive line alongside Brian Burns, this defense can get even better, right? So one person that's actually off on the market too is Josh Allen. So just to summarize first, I think that they should keep Brian Burns and re-sign him, either franchise tag him or sign him to a long-term deal. Next, I think they should get Josh Allen, not the quarterback, the linebacker. He's 26 years old, had a career year this year, 17.5 sacks, 43 solo, an interception, and 66 total tackles. So I think that's that would be really good for them. Like, to have a duo of Brian Burns and Josh Allen would be amazing. So I definitely think they should pursue him. I think maybe like a 4-year deal for Josh Allen might be nice, but only time will tell if they can be able to pay. Because I think there'll be more teams that might be able to sign him for more money. But if they can get Josh Allen in this deal, like in the free agency, this team can actually get better and probably maybe win the division. Like, cause see, the NFC South, in my opinion, is probably the worst division in football. I think anybody can win that division, but the Carolina Panthers have to make moves to even have a chance to make it. So bolstering up that defensive line, having 2 good edge rushers might help the Panthers get better. Now, let's get on with Bryce Young. Now, I think Bryce Young is a solid quarterback. I think this year, they didn't have the best rookie season. He didn't have CJ Stroud numbers. He actually played pretty below average. But he is a rookie, and he didn't have any wide receivers to work with. I mean, he had Adam Thielen. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you have Adam Thielen as your number 1 receiver, I don't expect you to have more. I'm surprised Bryce Young has 2,877 yards with that receiving core. I commend Bryce Young for his efforts this season. His completion percentage could have been better, but again, his coach literally got fired after week 10. His best wide receiver was Adam Thielen. He had one of the worst offensive lines in football. Like, Bryce Young was never really there to succeed this season. He wasn't really set to succeed. So helping Bryce Young is a must, and getting a wide receiver is a must for this team. one person that can help and that's available as free agency is Mike Evans from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Had a career year, 12,255 yards, 13 touchdowns, led the league in touchdowns, and had 79 receptions with a Pro Bowl season. This season, his quarterback wasn't Tom Brady. His quarterback was actually Baker Mayfield. And we all thought that Baker Mayfield was washed. Nothing, like, that's what I'm trying to say, right? Mike Evans is a QB-friendly quarterback. That means that no matter what quarterback he has, he can make them look good. And helping Bryce, this acquisition can help Bryce Young become a better quarterback. You need weapons around him. That's how Patrick Mahomes became good. He had Travis Kelce. He had Tyreek Hill. Now that he has had experience with good wide receivers, now he can win with some mediocre wide receivers or like very young wide receivers like Rashee Rice and stuff like that, right? You need to develop your quarterback. Like Joe Burrow, he has T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Kirk Cousins, he had Justin Jefferson. I mean, obviously Kirk Cousins started his career in the Washington Commanders, but he had a good team around him. You need to have good wide receivers to help your quarterback develop. That's one of the most crucial points and crucial parts of quarterback development. So yeah, Mike Evans is a must. They should probably try to go for a wide receiver. There's also like maybe T. Higgins. There's probably maybe, I mean, that's a long shot. I don't know if Justin Jefferson. They're probably going to franchise tag Justin Jefferson, but there's definitely some wide receivers you can probably get in the free agency, but I think Mike Evans is probably the best chance, like best one available. So those are the two prospects I think they should get. Now I wanted to talk really briefly about their draft picks. Like I already talked about what draft picks they had, but the thing is, this mock simulator is also telling me that they most likely are going to have to pick an edge rusher and wide receiver. So that just basically proves my point, right? Edge rusher and wide receiver are probably the most important parts to this Panthers team. They need to get this right in order for this team to improve. Now, I think if the Panthers do whatever I just said, that means get Mike Evans, get Brian Burns a contract, like extend him, and get Josh Allen or something like this. You don't have to get the exact same players. I'm saying get a good wide receiver, veteran wide receiver, and get a good like linebacker or like a edge rusher. This team could be a 6-win to 7-win team next year. And the thing is, the Panthers right now don't need to win right now. Like that's not their main priority. The main priority is to help this defense get better and help Bryce Young, like develop Bryce Young. That's the next season. That's what next season is going to be all about. Can Bryce Young take a leap from year 1 to year 2? Can this team surround him with good talent? That's what I'm asking for. If Bryce Young can get like a 3,500 passing yard season next season and get like 25 touchdowns and like 10 interceptions or something like that, that's a successful season. And they get 6 wins out of that. That's a good season for the Carolina Panthers. So that's what I think the Panthers should do this offseason, and that's what I predict the Panthers will be, a 6-11 team. If the Panthers do make a move, I will obviously cover it during free agency. I think free agency is in the next 2 weeks. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, please subscribe, and comment down below what you guys think the Panthers should do this offseason. What do you guys think they can do to improve this team? Anyways, that's it with the video. Bye.